his private life. But once again, he said on Dougie Diamonds that he has a bachelor's degree in history. And the way he's been behaving regarding this issue of the degree shows to me that he doesn't have that degree. And rather than, and he's just going to attack people for talking about it, rather than just owning up to it, I mean, he's not the only one who would have done that. There's a guy called Ali Muhammad. He showed a fake PhD, and he was roasted online. But, we left that alone. That was then,
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I just don't feel like, okay, so I'm not.
And, he wrote a book, and in his back cover, he said he's been a student of biblical history for the last 30 years, which is also very strange to me because it would mean that he started at 9 years old. But he actually even gave the name of the church that he used to attend. So, once you have a public figure, we know your face, you have written a book, you even traveled abroad, he went to London, to advertise the book. And besides, he used to do business and credit repair and other things, I don't see why he wouldn't show you the degree. I think he doesn't have the bachelor's degree in history. And he could prove me up. I'm sorry, and besides, he used to do business and credit repair and other things, I don't see why he won't show you the degree. I think he doesn't have the bachelor's degree in history. And he could prove me up. He could prove me wrong by just showing it. Now, if he doesn't want to show it, that's fine. But I have the right to say, well, since he doesn't show it, it's
all right. So let me try to broker a deal. So you mean if Garfield, if I can get Garfield to show you his degree, will you apologize?
Not to me. No.
You are the person that's denying he has a degree. If I can get him to show you his degree, will you apologize to him alive?
Let me try to broker a deal. So if Garfield, if I can get Garfield to show you his degree, will you apologize? Not to me. No. You are the person that's denying he has a degree. If I can get him to show you his degree, will you apologize to him alive?
I don't.
Will you make a public apology and say, I'm sorry that I doubted you, Your Royal Highness?
I wouldn't say that. But, it would be a good thing for him to show his degree, not just to me, but basically to the community. And
have constructive dialogues without tearing people down in that process.
Well, if you don't mind, I'd just like to respond to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Garfield actually came on my channel. I went on his channel first, supposed to hear anything was up. He came on my channel. We spoke, but he actually disrespected me. And when you asked me earlier about the issue, probably the main issue that I've taken, besides him saying that Christianity didn't take a damn thing from Kemet, which apparently you haven't heard him say, but he actually kept referring to people who follow Kemet, or as we say, Kemetic people, as Egyptomaniacs, and he was very disrespectful, very condescending. But we actually spoke until that day. He put me on hold for 40 minutes. And then he said, that I was acting like a girl, like we were grown. Tamika says that I'm making stuff up. She's free to get on the panel and speak, but we never see her, we never hear her. She's only a Twitter finger lady. But what I'm saying is,
hold on. I can't allow you to talk to Mika like that, bro. Like, no. What I do here is when people post a comment, I put them on the screen. Mm-hmm. I have put multiple comments on the screen, and like, so this guy right here, Ankh, got tribal and not racial. Like, you didn't say anything about that. You didn't say anything about the past 50 comments. Like, I can't allow you,
because he wasn't addressing me. I understand. You're defending your moderator. That's fine.
No, it's not that. It's that the fact that. Have you ever been hunting before?
No.
Okay. Well, that would make sense, right? So when you hunt, you don't go find what you feel is the weakest prey to hunt. You find the strongest to hunt. Mika is in this chat.
What are you trying to say, brother? I'm hungry to everybody. I mean,
Mika has been sweet and innocent to everybody.
No, she's been disrespectful. She says I have
no. Mika has been sweet and innocent to everybody.
No, she's been disrespectful. She says I have
no.
Yes,
she's telling you what's real.
No, she said I'm making it up, brother. Are you aware that what I'm talking about is actually?
How do you know she's talking about you?
She said, I have no ma'at. I know she's talking about me.
She literally said making shit up. She didn't say he's making shit up, you making shit up. I just voted. Why do you feel? She said, be a man. Why do you feel like this stood out?
Yeah, man, what am I? Am I a dog? Am I a cat? But it's all good, brother. You know, I respect that's your channel. I ain't gonna try to be.
No. I just want to understand why you feel like she's talking about you right now because she's laughing at you.
I mean, now you know she can laugh. That's what she does. But you see, now it's the feminist angle. So I'm gonna chill on that because I'm gonna lose because people are gonna talk about the divine feminine energy and the queen of the earth. So I'm gonna lose on that. So I ain't gonna go against feminism. I'm gonna lose there. So I leave it there. I ain't gonna win against feminism.
Well, you know what? I think we should do, brother. We should have another show about feminism. I would love.
These are some new tactics.
Now.
He said feminism.
That shit, I would love to have a conversation with y'all about, bro. Because like this feminism shit, I would. Oh my God! I would cut the live off right now. Start another one right now. Because y'all niggas about this feminism shit is some weak ass niggas, bro. I say shit out my mouth. Y'all niggas weak as fuck.
WEAK.
If you can't,
now your brothers have new feelings, and now you wanna,
you're in your feelings.
If you don't want a woman that can express herself, you are a weak ass.
No, you're weak because when I'm criticizing a woman, you get in your feelings. When I'm criticizing dudes,
I'm not getting my feelings because you're criticizing a woman. I'm in my feelings because you're criticizing a woman unjustly.
Well, that's what you're saying, but you don't know the deal. You don't know that Garfield came on my platform. You don't know that I went on his platform.
A woman that can express herself, you are a weak ass.
No, you're weak because when I'm criticizing a woman, you get in your feelings. When I'm criticizing dudes,
I'm not getting my feelings because you're criticizing a woman. I'm in my feelings because you're criticizing a woman unjustly.
Well, that's what you're saying, but you don't know the deal. You don't know that Garfield came on my platform. You don't know that I went on his platform. You don't know that what I'm talking about is actually recorded. I have the footage. So I'm not making anything else, anything up, and everybody can vouch to that. That's my issue. She's just lying on me. But if you don't mind, because once again, I'm on your panel, I'm a guest, so
let's get some order in here, right? So what we're gonna do is so Shaka and Ankh is gonna have a discussion. If Ankh wants to do whatever he wants to, Ankh is my big brother. Like he's an extension of me, and if you got an issue with you got an issue with me too. And not saying that I'm threatening you and shit like that, but like that's my dog. You feel me? And after that, then we'll let Esabio come in. We're gonna watch the video that we got sent from Craig. So after that, then we're gonna rock on out. We're gonna be gentlemen. We're not gonna cut it out, right, gentlemen? And we're gonna have an intellectual conversation. So it's up to you, bro. Go ahead.
All right, so here's my point. First of all, the brother Mayad has never been my enemy. He's been a supporter of mine, and I've been a supporter of his. So we need to really get that straight. So sometimes we get out there, right? So we're not going to, and we'll disagree on stuff, and I'm saying that's okay, right? But there's a few things at play here, and so I just felt offense to, and I don't mean like, man, that you're ready to fight you, just on how you kind of characterized me telling Say Cool to go back to Africa. Now, knowing the person I am, right, and knowing the person that you are, I know the work that you do, you know the work that I do. My work has always been centered in Africa. So would I be taking the stance that racist white people took when they told African Americans to go back to a damn place that they ain't seen in 250 years, right? Because they was fighting for their freedoms and for justice in the country that they helped build? Or was I taking the stance and telling a continental African to take his ass back to his house and teach that pseudoscience to his community first before he brings it to the African American community? For me, as a Black American, I was protecting my community against the pseudoscientists. To me, bro. So I just don't like the way you frame that, the way as if I was doing that thing that the white people did when people was fighting for their rights as Black Americans, bro. That's my point. How you make it more than that?
Well, I actually asked you, and you confirmed that's your stance, and I realized that you changed, and I played the exchange. And I did the same thing with Reggie. When Reggie told Sekou, you have no standing in our community, you talk to your people, I talk to my people. I took issues at that, and I addressed it. So are you trying to say that I took you out of context?
Yeah. Oh, shit, yeah. The context was I was talking to an individual.
Yeah, but what difference does it make? What difference does it make? Even if you say to one person.
Because he's actually born and raised in Africa, it can actually go back to his grandmother's house. It can actually build his community. He can actually do that. Black Americans can't actually go back to their grandmother's house.
So what's the sort of stuff he was saying then?
But the whole true cradle theory, that's not, nope. We know it, right? Now, it's only pseudo when people today try to do it. When the great Shaka did it, he was doing what all scientists do. He was putting together some information and trying to put it out there. He was trying to come up with a theory on that, on why certain attitudes, behaviors was being made. Now we know why Homo sapiens act the way they act, and it ain't got nothing to do with their weather. So people that continue to mess up the great works of Theophile Banger and Shaka Diaz, I take offense to that because I ride on their coattails. I'm on their foundation, right? Like the Cairo Symposium was spectacular for me, and most people, right, not including you, mischaracterized what the Cairo Symposium was. I took the painstaking time to actually read the document. And I know there were some things that Diaz got wrong and some things that Diaz got right because I read the actual document. And I know the praise and reverence that the people that put together the science, because it was a scientific consensus actual contest, conference. And I know where he was right, where he was wrong. And it was a healthy discussion. And most people mischaracterize the whole discussion. It wasn't a win or lose thing. It was a consensus, and the consensus came out to be that the Nile Valley was people, and the civilization was formed by indigenous African people, not white, not black, because the indigenous Africans are very diverse, right, in all the skin colors in between. That is what they came up with.
Man, you see this comment I just pinned on the screen, bro?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy, bro. Dude's like, you disrespected Say Cool because he was asking Garfield about the debate. You were angry, so just admit it.
That's
like,
man, that's not. No, man, I did that way.
These people, they be mischaracterizing the argument, like, because I think what the issue is that we internally, and I'm not saying we, like, I'm just like in part of the process or anything, but I feel like I'm pretty close to the tight knit group of the conscious community, right? And I'm saying that we have internal communications and dialogues that a lot of people on the internet may not be privy to. And with that being said, they take sides based on their misinformation. And no shot to you, but this is what I was saying to you, brother, is that, like, I don't think Garfield has an issue with you. I think you have an issue with Garfield.
Tell them I am here. When did mummies learn English? And when are y'all going to admit that Jabari may be clinically insane?
So you see the brother changed the conversation. First, he accused Jabari of speaking to mommy. Now he doesn't want to admit that his accusation was wrong, and he's going on about the voice in the English. Jabari said, I believe the spirit of this great African queen was saying so and so. So, like I said, we have plenty of pastors, plenty of Christians and Muslims who say that God spoke to them and gave them messages. Nobody says that they are clinically insane. But we have a double standard. When it's Jabari, for strange reason, he's definitely insane.
A mummy speaking English? When did mummies learn English? Can you answer me that? The mummy said, tell them I am here. The mummy spoke English, bro. When did mummies learn English? Just answer that.
Okay. Well, I don't mind answering to you. Do you admit that you were wrong in accusing Jabari?
No, because he spoke to a mummy. The mummy told him, I am here. That means he had a conversation with a mummy. He distinctly said he thought it was Anika. He looked and she wasn't there, and he turned back around, and the mummy continued to talk to him.
All right, well,
so that means he was having a one-on-one conversation with a mummy that spoke English. So can you tell me when the mummy learned English? What year? Who sat down and taught the mummy English?
Esabio, with all due respect, you are not being 100 because you accused Jabari of speaking to
the mummy, and he just said it.
Okay, you want to let me?
He just said it.
I wrote it in the chat, and I said it before the clip was played, but you still don't want to admit that Jabari never claimed that he spoke to a mummy. So what's the point in continuing? We would disagree.
The man had a conversation with a mummy.
Okay, that's what you're saying. He never said that he spoke to the mummy. He said that
the mummy told him, "I am here."
Okay, fine. Well, I heard you. Now, what I would like to say, Khayyal, there's a good brother, a Black Lion Supreme. I spoke to him. He's a Dagger Squad as well. I spoke to him on Smash Rockers platform on YouTube, and we had a good convo as well. So I want to say shout out to that brother as well.
My bad. Go ahead, bro.
Was American Dream? Are you lying now? Are you brother lying now?
No, sir. I'm the American Dream, my friend.
Okay, I'm going to pretend I believe you because you sound exactly the same, but more power to you.
Well, you sound exactly like Pepe Le Pew, but I won't accuse you of being Pepe Le Pew.
It's not an accusation, but I don't know what name you said, but it's cool. It's all love.
I said Pepe Le Pew.
I don't understand, but it's fine.
He called him.
You can hear me?
Pew. So you called him the skunk?
I said you sound exactly like Pepe Le Pew to me, but I won't call you Pepe Le Pew. I may call you Shaka Le Pew.
Pepe Le Pew is a cartoon skunk.
Oh, I see. I see the cartoon.
You guys are so mean, man. I'm about to play these videos. Let's get back to these videos, man.
I mean, that's their level, Everybody have their level. Some people like to be juvenile,
The chat has requested us to replay this video with Jabari about the money, so we were going to replay it. Let's go.
I'm showing some other folks some things, and I hear a woman's voice over my shoulder. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around, hear the sound at her. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some student. I turned back in the area of where I hear a woman's voice, and guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep. This coffin case for Ahotep. I saw.
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep.
Oh man!
I believe the spirit of this great African queen.
Oh man!
I believe.
Oh man!
I believe this.
Oh man!
I believe the spirit of this great African. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around.
So hold on. So hold on.
I turned back around section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around. Hear the sound at her. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some students. I turned a woman's voice over my shoulder. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on. So hold on.
I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum. I actually thought it must have been Anika calling me again. And I turned around, and curiously, there was no one present in that section of the museum.
So hold on.
I turned back around, hear the sound at her. I turned back around and I said, wait, there's Anika. She's talking to some students. I turned back in the area of where I hear a woman's voice, and guess who I saw?
Who?
I saw this coffin case for Ahotep.
Oh man!
I believe the spirit of this great African queen was saying to me, you have spoken about me and my family.
Rewind selector.
From the Clyde, man. What the fuck, bro? That's weird, bro. Like, y'all, that's weird.
I mean, it's as weird as the Christians who say that God speak to them, that Jesus speak to them. I'm sure we have some scholars, some PhDs who are Christians, and if you ask them, did God ever spoke to them, did Jesus ever spoke to them, they say yes. But nobody would tell the white man that he's pseudo. But when we have a black man who is in this,
I tell white people they pseudo too.
Okay, that's fair enough. But you won't admit that you made a false accusation, and it's fine. You don't have to. No, we're not going to force you. Everybody heard you.
Nope. He had a conversation with a mummy. He had a conversation with a mummy. He turned around and there was no one there, and the mummy continued to talk to him. And he heard what the mummy said. So that means he was actively having a conversation with a mummy. Same way you said those people who call themselves Christian, stop it. The same way you say those people who have those experiences who call themselves Christians, when they say they hear the voice of God and they talk to Jesus, they sit there and they say they have a conversation with Jesus. He had a conversation with a mummy. And you don't want to admit it because you're a Jabarist.
Give me one.